Well, I've been a teacher for 42 years, and now I'm retired. I was in early intervention and, preschool education, and I do believe that if we get children at the early ages, it's much less expensive, it's more helpful, children have a much better start in life than waiting until they're adults and maybe they get in trouble, go to jail. So we don't need more jails. We need to spend more on early intervention.
You can go a lot of places. You can go to libraries, as we're contributing to libraries. You can be contributing to things that's going to make things better in the long run. Actually, I worked at the county jail for a long time.
Okay.
And what I saw there was a lot of people who come in and go and come in and stay for a while and come back again, go and stay a while, come back again. All with the same issues that they started out 5 years before that. You were uneducated, couldn't get a job. Well, education could be something that money could be invested in people rather than invested in punishment, which doesn't really work.
Robert, you talked about how they used to, the sheriff at that time, there was an article in the newspaper, and I hadn't seen the movie Field of Dreams yet, but in it he said, who was the sheriff, what was his name at the time before they built the new jail? Well, before they built the new jail, he's no longer the sheriff now, but you were the jail doctor, whatever his name was, and he said, if you build it, they will come. It was after I saw the movie Field of Dreams, that's where the line comes from. If you build it, they will come. And so his whole notion was to stack the jails with people, and he would have them all outside of the jail cells, all in the rec room and whatever, because he wanted the jail built. Then he got the jail built right there in Washington. Now what are we doing? We're building another jail. If you build it, they will come. So what could we put our money into? Job training. We could do so much more. What about a nice community center? Community centers where people actually go to meet, to do things together, to have programs, all kinds of things we could do besides putting people in jail. That is not profitable to the community. That's profitable to the corporations, to these privateers, the ones who are making money out of the toilet paper, the toiletries, the TVs, all these things.
Calls.
Right, all this stuff. So no, I definitely disagree with another jail. I definitely disagree.
Especially when I think that it's a stacked deck. Many of the people that we saw were pre-trial. They got arrested for driving a suspended license, and they didn't have $100 to get out of jail. So they kept them in jail for several months until they could get to go to court. Then they released them on time served. So many of these things is nonviolent crime. Why keep them in jail at all? Except for the fact that you wanted to make a statement that the jails are full and somebody's making money. Like they hired a group called Wexford who ran the health care in the jail, and they paid them hundreds and thousands of dollars, and so they wanted to have a reason for them to be there, so they had to keep the jails full of people who probably don't need to be there, people with mental health problems who really need to be if anywhere, a mental hospital, with nothing else at somebody's clinic. So most of these things they could have been solved without jail. It would have been healthcare would be more important. So how should we use our money? Using things that's going to make our community better, not under the illusion safer, when in reality safer is when everybody's working and being productive.
That's right.